the 8th consecutive year, the SST Tour van was a welcome sight for players on the various professional tours. The state-of-the-art tour van and pure alignment work was handled by PGA Tour technician Kellen Watson. Shafts of all types were pured for most of the world's best golfers. We had a chance to speak with PGA Tour veteran Bob Estes on his thoughts about SST Pure.
When did you initially start out on the PGA Tour?
My first full year on the PGA Tour was 1989, so this is my 20th year.
Fantastic.
I qualified for the tour right out of college, and I've been at it ever since.
With respect to the shafts that you're using right now, you've had puring technology, the shaft alignment technology, for a number of years now. Is that correct?
Yeah. Probably, I can't say for sure how many years, but it's probably been at least 6 or 7, maybe 8 years.
Right. And do you use the puring technology in your irons in addition to your woods, or is it one or the other?
No, every club that I put in play on tour, I make sure that I have it pured by SST.
Right. What are you noticing that's different when you've pured your clubs?
Well, my clubs are definitely more consistent, from club to club as I go through the bag. I guess the main thing that you would notice is you have everything else that's exactly the way you want it.
Does it also help to know that that shaft has been aligned correctly so it's not going to inadvertently induce a hook or a slice? So mentally, you don't have to worry about how that shaft is going to perform. You're going to control the action on that shaft. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many variables as far as setting up your equipment just the way you want it and need it, and that's one that I don't want to have to worry about.
As you say, you have the ability to control what ball flight that's going to generate.
That's right. I remember in New Orleans a few years ago, actually it was probably back at the very beginning when I was first getting all my shafts pure.
Yes.
I had a driver that I liked for the most part, and it felt great, but I could definitely tell that something wasn't quite right. And after I had that driver pulled apart, took the shaft out, had it pured, put back in the same club, made all the specs exactly the same, all of a sudden it hit the way it was supposed to. And so, I mean, that's probably when I, for sure became a believer in the curing process.
There's real technology in place then.
No, that's right. And I've got a real good friend, Tommy Hull at Golfsmith in Austin, who does most of their ball and club testing. And, we talk about that stuff, and they do the puring at Golfsmith in Austin. No matter what shaft I, intend on putting into my driver, or 3-wood or 5-wood or whatever, or the irons, I'm gonna make sure that I have those pure. So I guess it's hard to make a perfect shaft or a perfectly round shaft, and so it's always going to have a little bit of a spine. You need to know where that is, and then put it in the club the right way.
Here's a look at how players with a history of puring clubs have done on tour this year. 30 tour wins, equaling a victory nearly every week, including 3 majors. Vijay Singh won the 2008 FedEx Cup, and over $130 million was won on tour. And this year, Player of the Year honors. It all adds up to the most successful year for SST ever. The same technology used on tour is available to SST licensees around the world to enhance the performance of amateur golfers who expect the best.